Welcome to Investor XP. This is the news show that covers investing for gamers. Our message? We want gamers to become investors and secure their future. We believe that gamers like yourselves have strong, intelligent communities that allow the cultivation of ideas, and that gives you a distinct edge in the stock market. This show we discuss investment ideas focused around gaming, entertainment, and technology. I'm not a professional analyst, but I am retired under the age of 40 because of investing, and I want to help you build a better financial future. You can track my stock picks from the show on our website, investorxp.com. You can also see exactly what I'm investing in at kidbrokers.com. I'm building my kids' college fund with the very stocks we discuss on this show. WWE WrestleMania was this weekend, and they're one of the stocks that we have said to buy. We own some shares in WWE. We think that it's a good alternative pick to Netflix, and they had their big show this weekend, WrestleMania, set some attendance records and things like that. They always seem to, no matter what stadium they go to, is set some records. So there's a picture of WrestleMania last night. The highest grossing event in the history of the Citrus Bowl. So they shatter records wherever they go. Generally, I don't know. I guess that's a pretty big deal. Grossed a good amount. That's kind of what we're looking for. So, a lot of fans there in attendance at WrestleMania. I watched the whole WrestleMania weekend. One, because I like to see what the fans' reaction and buzz is around WrestleMania. Watch Twitter to see how active it is on Twitter, to see what's trending, and to check out their product as a owner. So I'll speak to it as a consumer and as an investor. As a consumer, because I think the WWE Network it's a pretty good value. They have other shows on there where you have these old wrestlers, talking about their career. Always great stories that they have. It's like a bunch of old carnies that were wild, running across the country. So there's always interesting stories and shows that they have on the WWE Network, even if you don't like wrestling. Very interesting documentaries, things like that. But so they had this. They started off with a Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is always really long. Not a lot of big moments in there in the Hall of Fame. Bringing back Kurt Angle, that may be a little boost for WWE. I can see them selling some pay-per-views with him. The big jump was NXT Saturday night. NXT is a show that they have on their network. It's more of a pro wrestling show, I would say, and it really has a international feel to it. A lot of their stars are international stars, are from Japan, or other parts of the globe, and it's a very different product, and it is growing a huge fan base, and to me it surpasses their nearest competition, which is TNA. So again, we've said that they've kind of got a monopoly, and that's just the case. It's NXT is the second best wrestling show that's out there, and it's owned by WWE. I would like to see them continue to grow it. I think they're starting to gain an international audience and a larger audience here. So very good things to see on NXT. Their production, the matches, things like that. So I was really pleasantly surprised to see the growth of NXT. I generally only watch their wrestling shows a couple of times a year, the big pay-per-views for WWE, and there's always an attached NXT show with that. So watching how that's grown over the years, NXT, it's very good sign as an investor that they've got this whole other brand that really hasn't caught on to the mainstream yet. So that's just good news, for me as an investor in WWE stock. Is they're building a whole other brand that a lot of people don't even know about yet. So that was really good news. WrestleMania itself, the Twitter and the internet was all abuzz on it. It was a good show. It's extremely long. That which they have so many wrestlers, superstars, whatever you want to call them now. They really have a lot of ones that, if you compare like this WrestleMania versus WrestleMania, 4 or 5 or one of those, the WrestleManias used to be a lot shorter, and you'd have a couple of big matches in them, and then you'd have some more undercard type matches that they were all right. They had a storyline to them, but the caliber of matches that you have now in a 7-hour show is kind of ridiculous to show the depth that they have. A lot of people get lost in the shuffle, so it's a good problem for them to have that they've developed so many people that could be stars. They still need a couple of more mainstream breakout stars to kind of hit the wrestling industry. Kind of goes in peaks and valleys, so they've got a lot of opportunity for those breakout stars to hit another high point in the wrestling industry, to hit back to another peak. I don't know who that's going to be. They got so many of them. It's ridiculous. Good matches, entertaining matches. The Undertaker, it looks like he's finally retired. That was a big story from it. It goes to show you got a guy who's been around like 30 years. He's there as one of the top superstars, and you still got all these other younger guys. So hopefully they've got longevity in a lot of these superstars, and they build another Rock or Austin or Hogan or Flair. One of those people that'll kind of raise the industry back up. So I think looking at the WWE stock, to reiterate why we buy it, why we like it, pays a dividend. It is starting to get a little pricey as far as your price to earnings go, but it's a lot cheaper than, say, a Netflix. And I think their niche that they have, it's not going to go away, and they have such opportunity for growth, and they have so much depth in their roster and what they're making. I don't see WWE slowing down anytime soon. We're waiting today for a conference call that they're having, post-WrestleMania conference call, where they discuss their subscriber numbers, and it's going to be today at 3 Eastern. So the show's going to be over and done when this call happens. So I'll probably have to give an update tomorrow. But we're going to be listening to this call, looking forward to this call here to see what they report, and if people don't like what their subscription numbers is, or what their future projections are, they bail out. The analysts bail out from their stock. It's happened numerous times when they've reported their subscription numbers, or if they announce a really good subscription number, it can spike their stock pretty good. Let me see if I can pull up the chart real quick. I mean, one time it was like they doubled their money, or their price of their stock, after one of those calls, because it was so high, and then they settled back down to reality. I think it was 2 years ago. Pull up the chart here. Maybe it's 3 years ago. That looks about right. 3 years ago or so. Yeah, it shot all the ways up to $30. It was almost an immediate spike. Just all this hype around it, their subscription numbers, and then it just plummeted right back down. And it's traded sideways a good deal with these spikes here and there as they announce different numbers. But they've slowly been growing. So I would expect them to get some action off of the call. I'm going to say it's probably going to be positive numbers, so you won't have an opportunity to buy in. So you could see another spike. You never know how people react to what they say, because it could be a positive number now, but then the forecast for the next year may disappoint. So it's always tricky to try and time a trade off of that. But looking at WWE, we like investing in them periodically. So if they are down or anytime they back up a couple of percent, we like to look at them as a potential buy. So that's WWE WrestleMania. I enjoyed it. Somewhat long show, but definitely good things from the WWE. Overall, they're still going strong. We like them. We say buy them up. That's it for today's show. This may be one of the last shows we stream on YouTube. The audience that we're targeting is gamers primarily, and the gamers are all over at Twitch for the live stream portion of it anyway. So probably moving the live stream portion of this over to Twitch to kind of build the community up, grow the channel. All the recaps are still going to be on YouTube, and that's what you're probably watching right now. Most of the people just watch the recap. They look for specific articles and watch those. So recaps are still going to be on YouTube, but the live stream portion of it I'm going to put over at Twitch, because that's where all the gamers are, and we want gamers to invest in stocks. We think they have unique insights, and we want to build a community. So shoot us a tweet at InvestorXP, or send us an email, mail@investorxp.com. Chat with us during the live show. Leave comments in the videos. We welcome any kind of feedback you have as we develop this show and grow the community. So subscribe if you want the latest investing opinion for gamers, news for gamers, and give us a thumbs up if you like it. Like I said, we welcome your feedback. So that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.